So it hasn't even been 2 weeks, yo. I mean, technically, like tomorrow, it'd be 2 weeks since the update, right? And they already came out with a new patch. The new patch is coming up is going to be 6.1.2. And here are the 3 perks that has gotten nerfed, right? Thanatophobia, which, at least I ain't gonna lie, as a survivor, man, I'm not that upset. Okay, I'm not that upset with the 10 seconds extra already on the gens, and then basically every killer using it. Especially the killers that's gonna really be using it now is gonna be Legion, and I'm gonna say Plague, because those are the 2 main killers that, like, the entire game you will be injured. I want to say Nurse, but obviously with Nurse she can blink. Obviously with her range add-on, she can blink pretty much anywhere and just run Nurse's calling, and she can immediately inflict damage on you. But in order for you to even get value now, like once this new update comes, for you to even get value out of it, everybody's gonna have to be injured for you to get that 12%, right? Everybody's gonna have to be injured. That means, like, so it used to be like, I think 5.5%. Now it's gonna be 2% value penalty speed on generators for survivors. Right, so basically what I'm saying is any other killer that's pretty much trying to use the Thanatophobia is gonna be pretty much dead. Like, imagine trying to use that with Bubba, right? Probably not a good player to use that with anyway. But pretty much with Legion, you're gonna be the thing about it is, I'm afraid now you're just gonna see a bunch of Legions now, right? Because I feel like now, see, the developers wanted us to like go against, you know, different metas, but I feel like with the 6.1.0. Did I say it right? 6.1.0. Yeah. With that, you're pretty much seeing the same kind of killers, right? Because we all know that the Thanatophobia, we know that's a Nurse's perk, but we know how valuable that is with somebody like Legion or a Play that can always keep you injured. But now you need everybody to be injured. So you're not going to pretty much get value with that with Michael Myers, Freddy, you know, Deathslinger, and stuff like that. So that's one thing that's going to be pretty much, might be useless unless you run those 2 killers. And Plague is not even that strong of a killer unless you're playing in solo queue. We all know how, listen, I tell people this all the time. Solo queue can feel killer sighted, and it doesn't matter what killer you use in solo queue. I feel like the team isn't always consistent, and not one person can beat a killer. You have to have everybody locked in, doing gens, and on point. We can't make that much mistakes, and the killer only has himself or herself to worry about. So if they make less mistakes, they'll win like 99% of the time if they're smart. So the Thanatophobia, that's pretty much just got nerfed. Now we're gonna talk about Medal of Man. Now I've used Medal of Man 1 time, and I do apologize if I don't have like a lot of edits in here. I will include the link from Twitter in the description, so that way you can see the full patch notes that's coming up. But with Medal of Man, it's interesting. So I know in the PTB, they, you know, a lot of people could stack with different type of endurances that they can use to continue to take hits and stuff like that. But now they got it where they sort of made it strong, but sort of kind of weak in a way. So the strong part is that it only takes 2 hits now for you to get that endurance effect. So you can take an extra hit, right, for your teammates. But see, the downside of it is, I always want people on generators. So I always want people on gens, like no matter what. I don't care what challenge you got to do, like do gens, dude. Like I don't want you just running around, just getting hit, just to be doing that. Like just do gens, right? It's that simple, right? That, to me, that's the simple solution to solo queue. Just do gens, sit on gens and just do that. I promise you, do that, boom, right? But now they also got it where you can't touch a gen. Like it's called, the devs put it conspicuous actions. So basically, if you touch a generator, it's like DS. Like, you know how DS, when you can use DS and but you couldn't touch anything or it would deactivate, and then they somehow still nerf that. That's basically Medal of Man, right? But now here's the flip side to it too. The killer can also see your aura, so the killer would just know that you have Medal of Man. So like I don't get it. So the killer can see you coming, so the killer can try to like maneuver or whatever. Like they'll see you, right? So I mean, I still feel like it is a niche perk. I mean, you got people who probably just want to have fun. I feel like that'll be ran mostly like in Swifts. But if you are a solo queue artist like myself, that's not gonna help you, right? So I don't know if you really want to use that, but I don't know. Like I said, in this patch with the gen still being 10 seconds and other slowdowns, Medal of Man to me just seemed like a goofy, wasteless perk. It just doesn't make sense to me. Alright, now we're going to talk about pain res and how that pretty much got nerfed with the whole, I guess the issue was, I guess they seen it on Twitter, pain res, when it's activated, it makes you do like the Merciless Storm. I already hate Merciless Storm already, so like I already hate that anyway. Like, why did y'all make that? That's already annoying. I already hate doing gens. I'd rather be chased. I don't feel like having to try to like figure it out, especially if you're going against the doctor and he can make a reverse, right? That was my biggest fear. But with Merciless Storm, it kicked in with pain res, right? So even though it didn't give the killer, like it didn't make it with this patch where if it like somebody get hooked on the, you know, pain res or the scourge hook and it makes you get off and stuff like that, and it would usually activate dead man switch. Now with this patch that we're in currently, it will make it where, you know, it will explode but you don't get off to, you know, sorry if I'm confusing you, but basically what I'm saying is when you do a gen and somebody get hooked on a scourge hook, it doesn't make you get off but it still explode. In the previous patch, it would do that and kick in dead man switch. Now they're going back to it, to dead man switch, right? Because I guess that's, and listen, I am not a coder. You're likely not a coder, so it is what it is. I know it sounds goofy, and I know like killer mains are gonna be quote unquote happy about these changes, right? But basically, they're gonna bring back with the combination of dead man switch, but it's gonna be nerfed to a 25. I want to say, hold on. What I'm reading this. Give me a second. It's gonna be nerfed to 20, 25, and 30 seconds. So obviously, the higher tier, you got it. You know, but it would be nerfed like up to like 30 seconds. So it's not that bad, but it is a nerf, right? But that's the only way I figured that's how they was able to get rid of the Merciless Storm. Cause they said one guy was doing Merciless Storm for like 40 seconds. Like, I mean, he was hitting them too, but like for what? Like, it's not even that serious. So I guess my point is that I already knew that they was gonna do a change, because come on, dude, killers, listen, no one's perfect. The devs aren't perfect. I was already talking about this. Rather it was a nerf or a buff to survivors or killers. I understand that people want it to be balanced. This game is not gonna be balanced. It's an asymmetrical game. We know that killers have got to be stronger than survivors. We understand that, but that's why the numbers have to be that it's 4 against 1. But there's no way this patch that we were in right now is gonna work. And I guess some may call it a knee-jerk reaction. I don't know, but I'm definitely interested in seeing what's gonna happen. It'd be nice to see other killers now instead of just like going with the Thanatophobia, but we're still gonna have the 10 extra seconds. Okay. Metal Man, I don't know if that's gonna be ran like that. I really don't know. And I don't know about Scourge Hook. And also the matchmaking system. I'm sorry, the matchmaking incentive. They said they was gonna do a little bit later. In the next patch. But listen, if you have anything to add in the comments respectively, please leave it down in the comment section. Please like, share, subscribe if you're new. And as usual, this boy LiberGod90. Have a good day. Peace.